Reporting for duty. Lord Vader won't accept defeat.
How's it? Hey Moose, welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Yes, it's Tuesday and all kinds of things are happening already. Gotta make short work of this. Again, and then again.
The enemy is on the move.
I know, and they're talking to people in the Congress, Senate, grill the FBI guy because they didn't have information going because the Joe Puddins came into the Congress place when they shouldn't have been there, and they're trying to kill people. Now they're investigating that stuff, and they're asking these guys questions, and I don't know what the resistance is.
Trooper standing by.
Look. And, it's March 2. Second day of March. Welcome to March. Aloha, March. The second day of March. And the conspiracy ones. We'll be back, we'll be back, we'll be back, we'll be back. Said something about March 4th. The basic thing about March 4th, which is Thursday, is they're all gonna come back and Trump's gonna be president, the 19th president? Get to that. He's gonna be president because the military's behind them when they're not, but they think that, and they're gonna basically. There's the scary part. They want to execute their little hit list of bad people in government. So we're gonna be back on Thursday and then execution Friday. It's kind of like TGIF. I don't know. They expect to do all this, and it's this week. So I don't think anything's going to happen. I think things are. Don't think they're what they tell themselves in their own little CPAC room. No. Echo. They're talking to themselves, and then when they get outside that room, that's the one thing good about CPAC. One thing good. We know Trump wants to run for office again, which is going to be what? I don't think they're gonna collect a bunch of money and then switch them out somebody else at the last minute. Get Biden and Trump. It ain't gonna. I don't know. It's these certain Republicans, like more than half of them, and the other half are just like all of them already. Anyways, and I gotta get going. So here, let's get this. Welcome to Newspaper. Pokey. All right. Today we look at what's in the newspaper because it's called newspaper. The newspaper comes from 1800s. It's probably a tongue-in-cheek thing, but you still like to think. And I can only spell newspaper because it's 1800s. We're still learning English because it's. Today in the newspaper we have. We're going to find the. Yes, some source of light. a source of light because it just find out what's on the inside by looking what's on the inside. So. Thanks for your patience with the thumbnails. I usually don't know when I'm going around with this. Oh, I shouldn't be smiling. Hello. I shouldn't be smiling. Love's Bakery. Love's Bakery is like, I think the guy was from Scotland, but he moved here from Australia. Like, just they had a bio. Just like in the 1800s. I don't know. It was like such a long time ago. Love's Bakery is Hawaii's bread. White bread, basically. It's like always looks like this fluffy white bread. The kind you can turn a whole slice into like a little wad like that big. If you ever were a kid, you'd understand. But they're gonna close because they can't handle. Shoot, man. So that's an icon of Hawaii down the dust. Except for vaccination, 70 and older group. Oh boy. I didn't turn this wrong way. Oh boy. Except for 75, we come down to 70. And once we reach your age, the pandemic will be over, or people will be all, or the people will be over. No, they're gonna get more vaccine coming in a week, man, and they got the J&J is approved, and it's coming over. And the J&J is perfectly good. You know, they're like, oh, 65%, 75%. The other one's 95%. Hey, they tested Pfizer and Moderna in like the US only, like under specific conditions. They got good rating. They tested J&J all over the world in the worst possible conditions. And still no one went to the hospital, and still no one died. So 65%, I mean, this is the one they tested in the field. So J&J is, man, jump on it, man. One shot too. Done. It's like Deer Hunter. Mow, mow, mow. Bad reference. Take this shot, Nikki. Nikki, give me the gun, Nikki. One shot. Or however that movie went. Robert De Niro? Christopher Walken? No? Oh. Back in the day here. A little help from my little camp light. Back in the day, 2 of the 4 tigers used in the film Rampage, now being filmed on the Big Island, arrived from Jungle Land in Los Angeles when Duke is Lutz Hoon, who traveled with the animals. With Duke is Lutz Hoon, who traveled with the animals. That's Duke is with Lutz Hoon. I don't know. Maybe that's a character in the movie. 1962. I won't tell you how old I was back then, but there's tigers. Look like a MGM lion there. Don't get loose, eh? States ease rules despite warnings. Now this is the stupid stuff. Don't ease up. Even if you get a shot, you're still kind of vulnerable, you know. And then when you're not vulnerable because you took the shot, you can be carrier. So it keeps on transmitting. So this number right here, let's see it. Check out numbers. Numbers. Pretty good. New cases 17. Statewide 29. Pretty good. Not bad. Positivity rate 1%. Everyone can be vaccinated and still be transmitting it. Well, wait a minute. Not everybody vaccinated, because then, never mind. 85%. Then you'll have herd immunity. But it's still, oh, watch out! Because it goes back. If it goes backward. Okay. Far right group splintering. So. March 4th. You know what? Let's make it. Could you put that back in the calendar? I'm busy that day. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't want to be on the next FBI roll. FBI. I love bakery. No more love for you. No love. Love. went out of business. There's a big volcano in Indonesia, which means that something's up. This guy's 90 years old, made this kind of musical instrument. Hey, look what I made. If you're like 90, man, you're just like, forget it, man. I can do whatever. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Should be doing that earlier in your life, but who am I to talk? Welcome to the Marcus Mac channel. Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Mongoose is going down the tubes. It's questionable how long you'll be on the air. The platform of Coco Crater has a platform on top. It's a big long hike, and they're redoing the stairs, which is a train track for supplies. It's like a railroad line type thing. Goes up there, and everyone like hikes up there, yeah, because he's a train track thing. And then they're like doing it for fitness. Hey, hike up there, and Pilates on the top. And it's like a fitness thing already now, and tourist thing, and then like a 20-something thing. Hey, take my picture, stand on my head. Now they're rebuilding the train track stuff going up. It's all effort. But on the very top, they got the platform. No. They don't want you on the top there doing it, because I know they're rebuilding the stairs. Alright. Big Q says, why are you reading the paper? They can go out and buy their own, because it's partly entertaining, supposedly, hopefully. Do you support the $1.9 trillion COVID relief package being considered by Congress? So if you were in Congress, how would you vote, 9%, okay, but minus wage issue. I think they already did that. 34%, no, too expensive, should be less. 47%, yes, it's all needed, including wage hike aspects. You know what I mean? What do I do? I don't know, I'd have to be partisan, because you know the Republicans will vote no on everything. They're like, no. Like the stern father. Father, may I have a lunch? No. May I go to the bathroom? No. May I have a life? No. They're like that. So, obviously, and I don't know why they're trying to keep their budgeting low. You know why? Maybe because they don't want to raise taxes. They want to be the party that doesn't raise taxes. But then they spend trillion billions on the war machine and wonder what. Here's the budget for military. Here's the budget for Social Security and Medicaid care, and they want to eliminate that to ease up on the budget, the deficit or whatever. Hey, volleyball! Yay, the BYU got canceled. They should use that. UH cancels BYU. That's too saucy. You can't do that. We don't want no trouble, eh? And Sudoku, but where's that other thing? Where did it go? I'm trying to make it fast. Okay, there we go. Political cartoon. Oh, look. Hooray, we're out of the woods. And they're still in the woods. But he took off his mask. And the coronas everywhere. Lions and tigers and coronas, oh my. Alright, let's get this going on. Oh, it is a little too light. Let's see what we can do. Cope. The stuff that has any kind of better than the. Never mind. Okay, we skip one, not that one, So not that one. Lowering BAC about driving, not drinking. At least 1/3 of deaths on Hawaii's roads in 2019 were caused by drunken driving. Lawmakers have an opportunity to reduce these preventable tragedies by enacting pending bills, State Bill 634, Senate Bill 754, House Bill 651 to lower the limit of blood alcohol concentration, BAC, while driving to 0.05%. And a breathalyzer, 0.05. The solution took effect in Utah on December 30th, 2018. Early data from 2019 found a number of alcohol-impaired driving fatalities dropped 37% in the state. 37% down. Counter to misinformation and predictions about 0.05% BAC lobbied by members of the alcohol and hospitality industry in their attempts to defeat the measure. Alcohol consumption and tourism went up, and arrests for drunken driving decreased in Utah. We urge Hawaii to join Utah on more than 90 countries. I think they mean counties? No, countries? 90 countries with 0.05 BAC or lower levels to deter drunken driving. Not every vote in legislature takes this session. Not every vote the legislator takes this session will save lives, but this one clearly would. Catherine Chase, President Advocates for Hawaii Safety and Auto Safety, Falls Church, Virginia. T. Beladazar, former Vice Chairwoman, National Transportation Safety Board, Washington, D.C. Alright, D.C., isn't that where Q lives? Shh, I could do a speech on that tomorrow. Oh, God, what did I get into? Evident the vaccine shots at Long's to fill slots. Long's Drugs and other CVS-owned locations around the country are administering COVID vaccines, which are welcome development. The CVS website shows only a handful of locations across the country with available appointments for vaccines. Hawaii has more than any other state, based on my recent observations. Why is this? Because the state health department has restricted Long's Drugs to administering vaccines to only those of age 75 and over. But apparently there are still many openings here in Hawaii going unused. This is a shame. 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 The puppies get hurt when there's shame. The health department needs to immediately expand eligibility at Long's locations where, quote, age 75 and up customers are not only using all the available slots. This is a matter of efficiency and sound public health safety. David Fenton, Kihei. Well, you're looking like you might get the T-Rex toenail roll just because you didn't use efficacy. You said efficiency. Thank you. You don't need efficacy. Efficacy. What? Efficacy. Kaka'ako. Navy can move fuel tanks as in Washington. Since 1949, Navy's Red Hill fuel tanks, which store up to 187 million gallons of jet fuel, have leaked thousands of gallons of fuel. Considering that those tanks sit just 100 feet above Oahu's precious water aquifer, island residents would wonder whether the Navy is truly concerned about the well-being of its hosts. At a cost of $186 million, the Navy plans to replace the World War II-era underground fuel storage tanks at Washington State's Naval Base Kitsap Manchester Fuel Depot with state-of-the-art above-ground steel tanks in compliance with environmental policies. A drop in the bucket, considering that the Defense Department received $716 billion for fiscal year of 2019. Moving fuel tanks to another location would be the more viable solution for the Navy and the safest for Oahu's residents because of the 96% probability of a leak of thousands of gallons of jet fuel directly over Oahu's aquifer within the next 10 years.
Myra Taketa Mililani.
Yeah, Myra. I'd give you the T-Rex reward, but I'm kind of involved in that thing. Move the tanks. We'll all die. It's going to be cancer-causing water, even if you take a shower. You're getting cancer-causing water. The water's poison. Har's behavior could have led to tragedy. I disagree with Mary J. Hart, Beat Beat site editor, March 1st, yesterday. State Representative Sharon Har was caught allegedly intoxicated at night driving the wrong way on a one-way street. Site article, February 24th. Fortunately, the police stopped her before anything disastrous happened. What if an innocent was killed because of her recklessness? Would folks tend to show her more kindness and understanding? My brother was hit and killed by a drunken driver going the wrong way on a one-way street. I still remember the night and that horrible phone call. It was so unfortunate and so preventable. When the police stop a drunken driver, it's almost a sure thing that the driver has been on the road many times before, impaired by alcohol. She knew better, but she must have thought she would not get caught. Play the game, as in commit the crime. Pay the piper. No, she will not be governor. Ted Kanimori Kanioi. Feel for you, Ted. But the governor thing's not up to you. But I get it. She's out for the governor stuff. Look at that. Kapuna, group at risk but not protected. Thanks to Mark Ling for advocating those of us over 65 and older. That is the letter of March 5th. You all brought to light the failure of the governor, lieutenant governor, and the Department of Health, DOH, to protect the highly vulnerable Kapuna group. My friend is in his early 50s and a maintenance worker at a cemetery. Doing the DOH seems essential. He's already gotten his first shot. Good to know the cemetery is functioning safely, in case. Les Murashiga, IEA. The cemetery still works. And I think that was it. I'm just gonna call it. The other ones are absolutely correct. You know, there's absolute stick to the blue balls. There's absolute certainty that these people have, like, I mean, I agree totally in content. They're like right on, and they should win aces, you know. But Les Murashige, you win the T-Rex Toenail Award because you got that little short and sweet thing going on. And it's like, hey, at least the cemetery still works, eh? Bam! So look, Les, look what you don't get. You don't get this. You get the feeling of, oh, wonderful, boy, that was fun. Thanks for recognizing me on your weird little YouTube show. There's other stuff. Post up. There's how you call him? Shakespeare spent like late night doing that. So watch it. Press like. Press subscribe. Now. Watch Shakespeare on Sunday. I got part 1 of 3 out. And everything's gonna be hang loose, eh? It's a Tuesday. It's 2 and Tuesday. Oh no. Here we go again.